2024 was a year for the record books for Southern Delaware, and what we're going to do today is talk about what happened last year, where we're currently at in Delaware housing, and specifically for Southern Delaware, I have 3 predictions for what's to happen in the year to come. To join me on this prediction journey, we do have this document freely available. You can download it by scanning this QR code, which will now bounce around the screen for the next 10 seconds. So let's start with how did we get here? What happened in 2024? Well, there were 10,574 homes listed publicly for sale. Of those, 7,420 of them sold, meaning about 3,000 either ended up not selling or being taken off the market. They never ended up transferring owners. And homes typically sold in 48 days on average. To compare these numbers with years past, you can see on the screen here 2023, 2022, all the way back to 2019, you'll see that our inventory is still at a very low number in comparison to what we've had in the past. We've had very low sales in comparison to years like 2019, 2020, and 2021. And we'll even see that the days on market has begun to creep up from lows that were in the teens and the low 20s. Now, with inventory and days on market creeping up in 2024, what does that mean for, is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell? What it means is more options are slowly becoming available if you're looking to buy in Delaware. And if you're looking to sell in Delaware, there's a higher likelihood in 2024 your home sat on the market longer than in years past. But whether you're looking to buy or sell, there's 3 things that we can say definitely happened in 2024 for Delaware's housing, more specifically Southern Delaware's housing. 1, homes got more expensive, with the sold median jumping from $400,000, which was already higher than years past, to now ending the year at $415,000. We can bring up the sold median from every year in the past, 2023, 2022, all the way back to 2019, and you'll see a similar trend. Southern Delaware, much like the rest of Delaware, and frankly the rest of the country, has seen home prices go up due to high demand and low supply. The second is that we're slowly seeing more homes hit the market, but not enough homes. On average, 850 homes hit the housing market in Southern Delaware every single month. New listings available to go and see, check out, put an offer in on. But in years past, that average has been closer to 1,000, if not 1,100 every single month, meaning that every single month we're seeing 200 to 300 less homes than what we'd normally see in a healthy market. And the third, that we wouldn't see directly from these numbers. I gotta tell you, directly from these graphs, you're not gonna see this. You're only gonna see this if you're boots on ground walking through the homes like we and our team are, is that there's only 2 types of properties in 2024. 1, the home that is priced properly and ready to go, and the home that's going for a little extra on the price point, and maybe the home isn't completely ready to sell. Those are really the only 2 homes you'll see hit the market, and both have very different results. 1 will hit the market, you get multiple offers, and be on and off within 2-3 days when priced well. But when homes are priced even ever so slightly above what the market thinks it should be priced at, that home can sit for weeks, if not months. So when we look at the days on market number still being 48, understand that that's 2 sides of both evils. Either the home is priced well and moving out quickly, or it's not priced really well and it's sitting for a while. And with 2024 in the rearview mirror, where are we at right now? For that, we also have 3 key takeaways for where we're sitting at this exact moment in the Southern Delaware housing market. Also, 82% of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed. If you're one of those people, there's the button. Number 1 is we have just under 2,500 homes on the market. This is down from the peak we hit in 2024, in October actually, of 2,697 homes. This is normal seasonality wise, and more than likely we'll see this uptick back over the October high, but we'll talk about that in our predictions here in a moment. Number 2, the median sold price in Southern Delaware is $415,000. The minimum home we're seeing for most mortgageable properties sits in or around $285,000 for those looking to get in at a lower value. And of course, homes that are on the coastal side, bay side, median price points get closer to $600,000 to $700,000. The third takeaway from right now is a socio-economic conglomeration. We have mortgage rates at an all-time high in comparison to purchase price. Of course, rates were higher in the 80s, much higher, but home prices were much lower. Number 2, we have a new term starting in mid-January that has a lot of people on one side of the fence or the other side of the fence vehemently defending whether or not home home prices will continue to skyrocket up and inflation will take hold, or that the world's going to be saved and that home prices will actually come down. Our prediction on the matter, though, is our Trump tracker. We are watching all of the numbers for Trump's administration over the next 4 years to see whether or not he is actually fixing Delaware housing. That's a completely separate video if you want my thoughts on what that's going to be. And the third thing we could say about today's Southern Delaware housing market is those that are financially prepared are winning big time. What do I mean by that? There are a lot of people who simply cannot financially qualify for a house, especially in the higher price range of Southern Delaware, meaning those that are qualified for this area are getting a little bit more of the pick of the litter. Some homes are sitting a bit longer, as we alluded to earlier, when maybe they're not priced or positioned as well, and offers are being accepted under asking price. When homes are sitting longer, sellers get frustrated, leaving opportunity for buyers who are financially prepared to make offers. Quick story, we had a client of ours that walked through a property just the other day, new construction. It was a Lennar home. Have your opinion on them that you'd like, but it was a $525,000 home. We got the home under contract for $505,000, and check this is the kicker. We got $25,000 in closing cost assistance. So essentially, well over $40,000 off listing price on a brand new home built to within their specs. They were able to customize the cabinet color and all that. That's an awesome opportunity if you're financially prepared in the Southern Delaware market. Now, I know some of you are hearing me talk about 2024 and where we're at today, and you're just here to hear the predictions. What's going to happen in the next 12 months? Is anything going to change? Yes. 3 things specifically are going to change, and I'm here to tell you first. With 3 predictions being made over the last 3 years each year, and out of those 9 predictions, 8 have been accurate. So with 2025's 3 predictions, we aim to keep a pretty good record. The first prediction is mortgage rates. Mortgage payments keep a lot of people from looking to buy anywhere, especially Southern Delaware. Why? A lot of people are relocating out of state. Maybe yourself are watching this from outside of Delaware, thinking of moving in. Selling your current property and moving into another one, mortgage rates are going to come up in that conversation if you're not buying cash. And mortgage rates have been in the mid to high 6s, even 7s for the majority of 2024. My prediction is that by summer, these rates will dip below the 6% mark, but more than likely throughout the year, won't escape that high 5s, low 6s range. If we go too low, we're going to have a big inflation issue. We won't get into the economics macro of that, but if we don't lower them slightly, we're not going to see the demand nationwide that's needed, and I believe Delaware will benefit from that with people relocating in, getting the green light with high 5, low 6 rates, not the high 6, low 7 rates we saw in 2024. Prediction number 2 comes to me as clearly as I can see. I see home prices. I see the price of a regular 3-bed, 2-bath. I see a 4-bed, 3,000 square foot priced at 3 to 5% more than today. And that may not be exciting to most, but for asset holders, i.e. homeowners in Delaware, it's probably what we're gonna see for the next decade to come without any gigantic macro influence. What do I mean by that? Delaware at a micro level, and when I say micro, I'm talking about one small state that exists in the entire United States housing market, is getting some benefits other states don't get. Delaware falls in the 26th to 28th most affordable state in the country, leaving about 25 more expensive states above it. And about 3 years ago, we predicted that Delaware would be subject of the mass migration. What did we mean by that? We defined it as people from higher wealth areas, a lot from the Northeast and Midwest, as well as areas like Florida, would see Delaware as a financial safe haven that's cheaper to live in, with lower cost of property tax, lower cost of living, and cheaper homes. Over the last 3 years, we've seen that happen like clockwork, and it's picking up pace. So home prices more than likely will go up because we'll continue to see demand, even though supply will probably increase too. More than likely not enough to see home prices not go up at least 3 to 5% by the end of the year. Third prediction is a prediction around something I've been asked every single year for my 8 years in real estate. It's probably the number 1 question I get asked outside of somebody who's looking to actually buy or sell. And it's, when will the market crash? And in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, and last year, we predicted this would not be the year for the crash. But 2025 is gonna follow the same exact path. We're not gonna see a crash. We need way more expenses within the household to force people who have homes and have mortgages to need to sell, similar to what we saw in 2008 when adjustable rate mortgages forced homeowners to not be able to afford their homes anymore, upticking the supply while keeping demand low, creating a crash. Today, though, our supply is way low and a lot of people want to buy houses, so 2025 does not have the ingredients for the crash jambalaya that we're trying to cook up. So if you're looking to buy in 2025, prices more than likely aren't going down, a crash is not on the horizon, and mortgage rates could be better by summer, but not a ton better. Delaware's market is healthy as it comes down to sellers. On the buyer side, maybe not as happy, there's not as many options, but inventory should continue to creep up. Our new term will be tracked with our Trump tracker if you'd like to track how he's improving or not improving Delaware housing. And as always, for consistent updates throughout 2025, hit the subscribe button. We're always bringing top-notch, up-to-date information on living in Southern Delaware. Talk to you later.